Oh, welcome back to Breath of Fire 3. But before going to the Iral Road, time to head to Field of Flowers and see what's going on. Yeah, the fairy tiara still seems to work just fine. Yeah, the place doesn't seem to have changed either, and Gar got a little bit stuck in the landscape. Yeah, there's fairies around here. Oh. Oh yeah, they don't seem to be. Oh, they're quite clingy, and they are insulting or mean. No, I don't think you. What? Okay, let's just explain this. All right. All right. Well. Well, that tells everything. Alright, so there's 3 fairies. And one of them is great at hunting, so let's just set her there. And then there's another who is... and clearing. One of them is hunting for food, one of them is clearing for ground, and one of them is thinking up stuff to do. And they were all best at those jobs. So now it's all just waiting for them to start doing their job, to keep doing that job. There's time-based stuff around it. But now let's just head to the road and see what's going on. Ural region and McNeil, place where the game started. Long time in game, in time, and in many mentally since we walked this road to leave McNeil village, and in all different conditions. Oh, what's this? Oh. Oh, well, that means we have to go there. Oh, yeah, and those guys look windy and soldiers, not that quite intimidating, but not that intimidating. They look professionals. Oh, yeah, so now it would be the farm. Let's go and see what's going on in here. He extorted protection money and all kinds of crook. Yeah, dealt with Thunder and Balio. I think those 2 rough-looking fellows are not visiting anybody, because they're dead. Well, just be honest, alright, and... yeah, not much of, you could say, smart things going on. But let's just see the mansion, place which served a big purpose. And this cozy music is just nice. Oh, that guy's sharpening a blade. Not that stupid man. And nothing, because I had most likely looted it already. Yep, illegal agricultural sales, meaning he sold crops on black market. Most likely embezzled sold crops on black market and that guy okay? Judging by that speaking. Yeah, he might be gay. Oh yeah, and there's the guard. Oh, seems like that there wasn't much of a, you could say, honest business going on. Don't steal the cows. So what's this? A big pasture. Yeah. Yeah, and a sound effect of sample. So it seems like it might have been something like a common knowledge that Mayor McNeil was a crook. In some ways, maybe in some ways crook, either by being associated with crooks or corrupt or whatever. He definitely seemed to be a quite willing accomplice of Sundar and Balliu, seeing that, yeah. Yep, that's true. Is there anything else interesting going on? Nope, nothing in here. But it's still quite interesting to notice that this dreary little backwater village has some extra goings on. So, but that just nothing seems to be nothing special beyond special going on. Is over here. Oh yeah, Igor seems to be in a mood for sleep. Yeah. Wild tiger. Well, yeah, we've been taking care of dragons. Oh, so the were-tiger has escaped here. So it's time to go and let's go and hunt it down, because Ray had very distinctive tiger-like traits, which are basically, you could say, because of the many, you could say, humanoid species of Breath of Fire, like Windians, Brood, Urkan. Urkan look very much human. And then, of course, there would be a beast clan warren of usually anthropomorphic animals, like felines most likely, or dogs. And it seems that the Ray would have been one of those. But of course, they just tend to be a matter of artistic design instead of having really big distinct game mechanics. But Ray is still had very noticeable feline, cat-like, tiger-like traits. So let's just go and see what's going on. Would he be in where he was in a home, place he might still consider his home? And evidently would be, because he had been living there for at least several months. Who knows exactly how long he had lived? He has spent time there, but several months at least. Even with that, how much Ryu was dealing with him. A flashback sequence. Dramatic yell of no. Yeah. God knows, and he doesn't intrude. There's a little bit of, you could say, appreciation with him about secrets, but the ominous roars are just real good setting to saying that this is unpredictable meeting. Seems that Ray is still quite upset, but you can see he's retained his sanity and basically, quite a good heart, although he doesn't seem to have matured much of person. But I think that's a real great scene, because Ray doesn't know things about what have happened. He most likely doesn't know anything about Sundar or Balio, because Ryu turned left on the road starting his chase, while Ray turned right, and that of course led to completely different locations. Big plot event, but it was presented with very, you could say, understated manner. And yeah, the enemies around here don't get any upgrade. They're still very they are very much pests you can slap from your feet. And another encounter. Yeah. One big strike and that thing's history. But Alright, now might be time to go and head back towards the farm. Let's see what's going on in here. Has something happened around here? Doesn't seem like anything real special around here. Maybe I should have turned to pay a visit to the village. Oh yeah. So there was lots of off-screen telling about what happened with Ray. Funnily enough, because Ryu has taken his revenge already, and Gar was there helping it out. Because, well, Sundar and Balio have been taken out already. Gar was there. There's the mayor, nicely wrapped up. Yeah, he's whining. It wasn't me. They've been dead for a long time. And Nina was there witnessing it. And Nina's grown up into a fine woman who is actively participating in matters of kingdom. Meaning that she would become a very good queen. Well, that would be a long story. Nina isn't particularly stupid either, because she most likely is most best educated from all this crew. Well, maybe not in the sense of science, because that would be Momo, but Gar definitely has most experience and wisdom, being most likely about 400 years old at least. Almost 500 years. It's been a long time. Well, well, that was actually when you actually look about it, Dina is very smart about. I don't think he might even have intention of doing so, and it was listening. So now Ray knows where to go, and he knows. Well, there could be a quite longer story chain. They could have been about how Ray would have been lurking at the mountain roads near Sin City, attacking, gathering information. Maybe he would have had some friends on his own doing this, about 10 years of action. Well, it would be time to actually edit out the quite obnoxious little travel trip towards Sin City. So I'll be editing and I'll be going there. Well, that was a little bit of a threat, but now here's the Sin City. Let's see what's going on in here. Sinister starting place. Yeah. Yep. Yep, sounds like gods were surprised. And look out. Yep. Yeah, there's survivors. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, quite simple method of asking questions and finding out what's going on. Oh, those guys, they gave up a resistance. Well, that guy didn't have much money. But being a good person wasn't that bad idea either. Yeah. Here's the... that guy looks like a boss. Well, now I know where to go. Time to chase. Yeah, Boss is part of criminal organization and he doesn't really care about things like investigative process and or like due process. All he gets that guy's the guilty. I'm gonna go and kill him or die trying. And seeing that his results, he might have a quite good odds of doing that. So, but here's the checkpoint where he was supposed to be running. Both of them. So, pursuit continues. Let's just... Oh, there he is. And there's the boss with green hair and fat built with muscle and a couple of bags. Don Mikva. It seems that he's a bit spooked, but still sounds quite vicious and confident. Ah. Oops. Big Boy got a sucker punch. Oh, yeah, that's bad. Yeah, Nina into the group and let's bring out defensive formation. it becomes a boss fight. So Ray is down. He starts being down. So let's just... Nina blasts out a ammonia to kick Ray out of his stupor. And let's blast out a shield to get some up defense up. And don't smack at Ray. Oh, he's gonna do Venom Breath, which is good. Yeah, poison damage can't do anything to him. I've been poisoned, but that's not how you could really say intimidating thing. Let's blast out vitamin and give some influence as well. Alright, now we're back. Now we're in big business. And now Ray gets to show his transformation ability. And Mikpa wastes his time making himself invincible for this turn. But that doesn't protect from this. Yeah, Ray. Because Ray, once he's made it to go into his berserker form, can't or doesn't, you could say, is not willing to much of becomes well. He ain't controlled, but Ray, but he does do quite a big hunk of damage once he gets going, and couldn't reduce his attack power. But more defense is always good. And he wastes his time doing the Venom Breath attack, which is good, but poison damage does climb up. Try that again. And one more shield should be quite good. Oh, that was a big chunk of damage, but yeah, Mikpa can do quite lots of reprisals as well, so and the lucky strike he might throw up is also quite unpleasant thing to be at receiving end. I have vitamins which heal everybody. One more, just in case. And you missed. Good. Back in business. Oh. I think that Nina has quite weak defense and it still doesn't do that much. I think that I might have enough of defense going on. Defensive boost. So now I might just start attacking. So Ice Blast. And a dragon and the... And Rare Tiger at the same room. Yeah. Wasn't that scary that Nina's attack? Antidote to Ray, because he might be very potent attacker. He still has quite, you could say, limited, you could say, amount of endurance. But yeah. but I got the defense down with a snap attack. So just antidote yourself as well. Snap some more. Yeah, once again, Venom breaths me. Not that intimidating. Big attack. I hope that the fact that everybody's not poisoned keeps him enticing to make using the flamethrower. Ouch. Yeah. Ray is really, you could say that the damage dealer at this phase. And Dragon Form can take a hit like a... Well, he really can't. Ryu at Dragon Form is one of the most toughest thing in this game, which I think must have been completely by design. One more healing spell to the healing herb to Ray. Yeah, keep smacking Dragon Form. Doesn't do much damage, and even if it would just revert Ryu back to his normal form. Oh, Lucky Strike didn't do much. Claw. Okay. Oh, that was a bit painful attack. But bit is not much. So just flowing it out should take it down quite nice. Oh, but it does. Mikpa does give quite lots of those lucky strikes. So I'm seeing that Ray is the one doing the damage. Yeah, it wastes once again. And you don't even have that much effect. Once again, healing Herb to Ray, who will be berserking towards Mikpa. But just... Ooh. Yeah, he goes down. He might have been some sort of form of demon because he didn't slump down or anything. But he was asshole to the end. So now he's been informed about things going on. And he gets a bit of moment about epiphany. Ray now figures that now I really don't know, was Ray joking or serious with that statement? Oh, he says he was kidding, but maybe not. It was not quite unreasonable state. that is the history, but maybe history is not fact. It's very simple. Nina's statement is simple, but it's also so time to go ask. It's great. You don't joke around. So really interesting that Ray chose to attack using the same basic logic. Ray also chose to attack. Yep, I guess we could all go and ask God ourselves. Whatever the big question is about. Well, lots of things. But there's a big gate, and of course, once I now put the Ray in charge of the group, I can make you demonstrate the lock-picking ability. Yep, no lock is now outside of reach. Well, there was a big, massive fight with a big criminal trying to break through just a few minutes ago. Those guards are useless, but then again, they might have been here for a long time, so them not being particularly good. Although I might say that in military outposts like this, no noobs is good noobs. So I guess it would be time to actually once again edit and get towards the Ural Road and see what's going on over there with the camp transition. Oh, there were not much of different obstacles, but let's just head to. But now we're heading towards Windia. It's time to go to the Eignuk Road. I don't know, is that the proper name for it? But see what's going on. So, yeah, it just seems a big crossroad. And it might be a case of more like a real shoddy, lazy guards. Yeah, the enhanced cropped plant with mutant. So it seems that Nina is some sort of all-around problem solver, criminal crime buster, and generally real competent princess. And some critters wanting to get removed out of existence, which they will. Yeah, that was quite thorough blasting out of existence. Well, now just walking down this road to the east. But I can still move around all the other areas as well. So it might be actually time to, well, that one leads towards the arena. But I'm gonna end this episode right here as I now go straight to the camp. Oh yeah. All kinds of locations around here, but I'll be going to continue next time. See ya!